शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। Hari Om. A very blissful Friday morning to all of you. Welcome to this beautiful, gorgeous, most attractive, holiest of the holy temples which is within our own selves. My loving pranams at the divine lotus feet of my Guru, Papa Swami Ramdas of Anandashram, Kanjangad, Kerala, and my beloved parents. Shruti Smruti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Initially in Tattvabodha, Bhagavatpada Adi Shankaracharya is describing what is sadhana chatushtaya. What are the qualifications needed to understand Tattvabodha or any of these Upanishads. Then he talked about Atma and Anatma. Before talking about Atma, he talked about Anatma, that is Sharera Traya, Pancha Koshas and the three avasthas. So he said Atma is something different from this. Then he explained about Sthoola Sharera, Sukshma Sharera, Karana Sharera, the three bodies, and then the 5 layers or Pancha Koshas, and then 3 avasthas. Then he said Atma is not any of these. Then the student asked, then what is Atma? Atma is Sat Chit Ananda Swarupaha. So he explained about Atma, and before that Anatma. Then he talks about Jagat, the world or the universe. Why should we know about this universe? Our whole life is interaction with this world. Me and world. That's all. Isn't it? From morning till night, what are we doing? Interacting with the universe or the world. All our emotions, everything is because of the interaction between me and the world. So once we know who I am, theoretically, then what is this world? We should know about it. That is why Adi Shankaracharya explains about the world, the creation of the world. How is this created? So initially he says, Atha Chaturvimshati Tattva Utpatti Prakaram Vakshyamaha. 24 principles, the tattvas. What are these 24 tattvas? 5 Mahabhutas, Pancha Mahabhutas, Pancha Jnanendriyas, that is the 5 Jnanendriyas, the sense organs, 5 Karmendriyas, doing organs, responding organs, Pancha Vayus, 5 Vayus, and Manassu, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara. These 4 put together, we call this as internal organ, Antakarana. Then he talks about the Maya. What exactly is Maya? We simply use the word Maya. Oh, that is all is Maya. Just like how a mango tree comes from a mango seed. It doesn't come from nothing. From shunya or nothing, only shunya or nothing can come, nothing else can come. And we also know, even according to the modern science, matter can neither be created nor destroyed. Which means this world cannot be created. That means it was not created. It can be transformed from one form to another form, changed from one form to another form. Water has got its energy, hydro energy. That energy is transformed into electricity, electrical energy, from one form to another form, of course by making use of different kinds of instruments or machines or whatever we call. You cannot create electricity or electrical energy just by nothing. Either by the energy of coal or nuclear power projects we have. We create power from all these or electricity from all these. Hydro projects from water. So it can be transformed from one form to another form, you can change. Doesn't the same theory, principle apply here too? How can suddenly one day, one fine day, Big Bang theory, suddenly the world appeared? How is that possible? What was there before this Big Bang theory? Before the creation of the world, what was there? Our modern scientists are still researching, doing the research on it. They have not got an answer yet for it. Whereas, so many years back, our scriptures have declared what was there before the world came into existence. We cannot actually use the word creation of the world. Nobody can create the world. It was existing in one form. Now it is existing in another form. Or we can say manifestation. Manifestation is the right word to use. Creation is probably the wrong word, but we generally use it. Like how you say Sthoola Sharera, Sukshma Sharera, and then there is a Karana Sharera. What is there in Karana Sharera? We have already understood this, we have learnt this now. Sthoola is it is manifested or it is visible, body is visible. The gross body is visible. Sukshma Sharera, not visible, but we can experience. I can experience my sense organs, whether I am able to hear or not, whether I am able to see or not, whether my mind is working or not. We can experience this. So Sthoola and Sukshma can be experienced. What about Karana Sharera? It cannot be experienced. Just like how a mango seed slowly sprouts and then becomes a plant and then becomes a big tree, maybe after a few years. In the same way, in Karana Sharera, Sthoola Sharera, Sukshma Sharera existed in potential form, dormant form, not visible at all. If you cut open a mango seed, do you see anything there? We feel that there is nothing. If it is nothing, how can a plant come from that? From nothing, only nothing can come. Which means, in a mango seed, the tree exists in potential form. We use the word avyakta, not visible, but it is existing there. Similarly, Sthoola Sharera, Sukshma Sharera is existing in Karana Sharera in potential form or avyakta form. In the same way, the world that we see, the gross world that we see, like how Sthoola Deha, gross body, it is gross universe or gross prapancha. Behind that, there is Sukshma Prapancha. Just like Sukshma Sharira, Sukshma Prapancha exists. And these two exist in Karana Prapancha in potential form. Compared to Sthoola Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, Karana Sharira, this is exactly the same. So our scriptures say that the gross universe and the subtle universe are existing in Karana Prapancha in potential form, and they have given a name to this Karana Prapancha as Maya. So the universe has come from Maya. But he says here, Brahma Ashraya Sattva Rajas Tamo Gunatmika Maya Asti. Brahma Ashraya. This Maya cannot exist by itself. It is dependent on that Brahma. What is that Brahma? At the micro level, at the individual level, we have Atma and Anatma. Atma is Chetana, sentient. Anatma is Achetana. Atma is without any qualities or attributes. It is Nirguna. Whereas Anatma is Saguna. All kinds of qualities, attributes are there. Faculties are there for Anatma. Then Atma does not undergo any change. Whereas Anatma undergoes all kinds of changes. That Anatma, our body, our Sukshma Sharira, all these, the Prapancha that we see, all these are like Anatma only. Because it is made up of matter. It is all material. Atma is an independent principle. The difference between Atma and Anatma we have already studied in Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga Yoga. Kshetra is Anatma, Kshetrajna is Atma. So this is at the individual level. In totality, at the cosmic level, if you observe this, same principle exists there too. Atma, we call that Atma at the cosmic level as Brahma. Anatma at the individual level becomes Maya at the cosmic level. At the individual level or micro level, Atma and Anatma together, or we are all mixture of Atma and Anatma. There is Atma in this body as well as this body is existing, which is Anatma. So we are all mixtures. In the same way, universe, this gross world that we see also is a mixture of Brahma and Maya. It is the same Atma and Anatma, but at the cosmic level. So here he says, Maya cannot exist independently. It is dependent on Brahma, Brahmashraya. Then Sattva, Raja, Tama. 3 gunas are there for Maya. What exactly these 3 gunas? In a simple way, to put it in a very simple way, Sattva is knowing faculty. Whatever we see, that enters through the eyes, it enters the mind. And then it processes. Similarly, any of these sense organs, through them we perceive the world. So that perception, we are increasing our knowledge. It may be any silly thing also. Something is falling there. The eyes fall on that and say, oh, this kerchief is fallen here. So immediately the hands pick up. See, so much of processing going on there. Eyes are looking at that fallen kerchief and sends a message to the brain, there is kerchief fallen. So the brain sends the message to the hand, pick it up. So the hand simply pick up. So when we observe just this activity, Sattva is perceiving the fallen kerchief and Raja is picking up that kerchief. By taking that knowledge, what is happening? The hands are picking up that kerchief. So Sattva and Raja. Tama is inertia. or we can simply use the word here rest. How long can we go on perceiving the world and doing things? Receiving and responding. How long can we do? We need some rest. Both the body as well as the mind need some rest. So for that we need that tamoguna. Only when the tamoguna is high, we are able to sleep. Or when we are fully slept, totally asleep, then sattva and raja are minimum. Tamoguna is highest. Are we doing any activity while sleeping? So rajoguna is almost zero. Sattva, are we interacting the world and seeing or listening or something? No, we are sleeping. So only tamoguna is dominant then. So he says Maya has got these three qualities. Then from this Maya, Akasha. Akasha came into existence, Tata. Tata means from this. From this means from Maya. Because just the previous topic was Maya. From Maya, Akasha came into existence. From Akasha, Vayu. From Vayu, Agni. From Agni, water. And then from water, Prithvi. That means these are the Pancha Mahabhutas, not in the gross form. Not the visible water, not the visible earth, not the visible fire. The energy behind the fire, energy behind this water, energy behind this space and all these Pancha Mahabhutas only in the subtle manner. So now he is describing about the subtle or the Sukshma Prapancha, how the Sukshma Prapancha is coming into existence, or we should use the word manifestation. From Maya, Akasha and the rest of the Pancha Mahabhutas in subtle form came into existence. Now, since these all have come from Maya, they also, all these Panchabhutas also have the same three attributes or the faculties, Sattva, Raja, Tama. Like how we inherit properties from our parents. Pancha Mahabhutas who have come into existence because of Maya has got all the qualities of Maya. Qualities are three, Sattva, Raja, Tama. So Akasha has got three qualities, Sattva Akasha, Raja Akasha and Tama Akasha. Similarly, Vayu, three departments, Sattva Vayu, Raja Vayu, Tama Vayu. Similarly, in Agni, Jala, Prithvi, in each one of these Mahabhutas, there are three departments now, based on these three qualities. Now, he says here, Etesham Panchatattvanam Madhye Akashasya Satvika Amshat Shrotrendriya Sambhutam. Now the discussion is about only the Sattvika department of all these Mahabhutas. Just now we saw that Sattva is for perceiving the world. How do we perceive the world? Now in our gross body, we perceive the world through our Jnanendriyas. So there also you see how beautifully explained by our Vedantins. Akasha. Akasha has got an attribute of Shabda or sound. Sound is connected with only ear. Our eyes are not connected with sound at all. Only ear can hear. However perfect my ear is, it cannot give me the taste of any dish. It cannot see at all. I cannot use my ear for smelling. It works in only one field. Because Akasha is connected with the guna called Shabda. Shabda is connected with this particular Jnanendriya called ear. Now, from the Sattvika department of Akasha, Sukshma ear, Shrotrendriya, not the visible ear, the capacity to hear, the energy that we need there to listen to. This we have discussed while talking about Sukshma Sharira. Ear that is visible is called as a Golaka. It is a part of the gross body. Whereas the hearing capacity, the energy to hear, that is called as subtle. So now from the subtle prapancha, subtle world, how the subtle body is created. He is talking about that. And Sattva Guna is only for perceiving or increasing the knowledge. So from the Sattva department of each and every Mahabhuta, all these Jnanendriyas in subtle form are created. I hope you are able to get that. We are talking about only the Sattva department or Sattvika department of each and every Mahabhuta. So from the Sattvika department of Akasha, ears are formed. Ear, it is not the Sthoola ear, not the visible ear, the capacity to hear. Similarly, from Vayu, skin, Tattvabodha, then from Agni or from fire, eyes, the capacity to see, not the actual eyes formation. Eye is a part of gross body or Sthula Sharira, the capacity to see. So that is coming into existence because of fire. Then from water, it is the taste, the capacity to taste by the tongue. Prithivyaha Sattvikamshat Granendriya, the capacity to smell. So that is created by the Sattvika department of Prithvi or Earth. Now, when we think about this mind and buddhi, etc., intellect, etc., they have to work in all these fields. Whether it is a Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, mind and intellect have to work in all these fields. Ear works in only one field. Each Jnanendriya works only in their own field. They do not work in any other field. Whereas Manasu, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara, these all have to work with all these Indriyas. So he says, Etesham Panchatattvanam Samashti Sattvikamsham. From the total, collectively, only the Sattvika department. Collectively, if you take the Sattvika department from Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Jala and Prithvi, from these, Antakarana is created. Then he talks about what is Manas, Sankalpa, Vikalpatmaka Manaha, Nishchayatmika, Buddhihi. This we have seen now. Manas is oscillating. Here, this or that, this or that. Whereas, decision maker is Buddhi. Then, Ahankarta, Ahankaraha. Not about the pride. Not about the ego here. I am. I am hearing, I am seeing, I am talking. That I am is there. I am aware of it. Even if it is pitch dark in the night, nobody need to tell me that Jyoti, you are there. I know I am here. That I am is aham karta. Chintana kartru chitta. Chintana. To contemplate, to process, we need this memory. Then each and every organ has got this deity. So he is talking about that. Now the next one is, we have talked about the Sattvika department, which is responsible for the creation of our Jnanendriyas, with the help of which we perceive the world. Now the next department is Rajo department. Every Panchabhuta has got its own Rajoguna. So from the Rajoguna of each Mahabhuta, what is being created? Now he says, Rajoguna, as we know, is for doing some activity, responding, reacting. So, with the help of this Rajoguna department, Karmendriyas are created. With the Sattvaguna department, Jnanendriyas are created. With the Rajoguna, Karmendriyas are created because Rajoguna stands for working. So, Rajasamshat. Akashasya Rajasamshat Vagindriya. Vak is not the WALK English walk. Sanskrita walk is speaking, speech. That is the tongue. The creation of tongue as Karmendriya is created because of the Rajasa department of Akasha. We need not remember by heart, sit and by heart, oh from Akasha this has come, that has come. We don't need to remember all this, just to understand, just for our information. Then Vayoho Rajasamshat Panindriya, from Vayu. Pani is hands. Hands are created. Once again, not the gross hands. The hand that you see now is gross body. Part of the gross body. Here the discussion is not about the gross body, but the subtle body. What do you mean by subtle body here? The capacity to lift. The hands are used to lift. The capacity to lift anything. We need that energy there. So behind every organ there is energy. That energy collectively we call it as Sukshma Sharera. So here it is discussion about only about the subtle body from the subtle prapancha. Vayoho Rajasamshat Padindriyam Sambhutam. Then from Agri, Vaknehe Rajasamshat Padendriyam Sambhutam. Pada, feet or legs. We need that energy to walk. That creation of that energy is being done by the Rajoguna department of Agni. Then Jalasya Rajasamshat Upasthendriya. Upasthendriya is reproductive organ. So by the Rajoguna department of water, the internal energy for the reproductory organ is created. Prithivya Rajasamshat Gudendriyam Sambhutam. Excretory organ, Maladwara, Gudadwara, anus. It is not sufficient if you just have anus. There should be capacity to excrete. So that energy is being created by Rajasa department or Rajasa Amsha of Prithvi. Etesham Samashti Rajasamshat Pancha Pranaha Sambhutaha. Each one is explained. Now Samashti. When you combine all the Rajoguna department of each and every Mahabhuta, Pancha Pranas are created. Prana, Apana, Vyana, Udana, Samana. These are the 5 Vayus, what we call as Pancha Pranas. This we have already studied. Each Vayu is responsible for a particular operation of a particular system. For example, Prana Vayu, responsible for respiratory system. This explanation we have already seen. Now, Rajoguna, if you want these Karmendriyas to work, then Prana, Vayu, all the 5 should work properly. That is why they say you do Pranayama. All the Pancha Vayu should be working properly, because one takes care of the digestive system, one takes care of the circulatory system, one respiratory system, excretory system. All should be working properly for us if you want to be healthy. So all the Pancha Pranas are there behind the Karmendriyas. Like how Antakarana is there behind the Jnanendriyas. Now, all the Pancha Pranas are there behind all the Karmendriyas, the 5 Karmendriyas. So, by combining the Rajo department, Rajoguna department of each and every Mahabhuta, Pancha Pranas are created. So, this is over. One more department is left now. Tamoguna department. So let us see what he says about it. Etesham panchatatvana madhye tamasa amshat panchikrita panchatatvani bhavanti. Remember the word panchikrita? While discussing about Sthoola Sharera, Adi Shankaracharya said that panchikrita pancha mahabhutaihi krita. Sthoola Sharera explanation starts with Panchikrita Pancha Mahabhutaihi Kritam. Sukshma Sharira apanchīkrita pancha mahabhutaihi kritam. Both Sukshma and Sthoola are by Pancha Mahabhutas only, but Sthoola Sharera is Panchīkrita Pancha Mahabhutas. We will see what is Panchīkrita. Mixing together is called as Panchīkrita, Panchīkarana. To give an example, pure gold is very soft. We cannot make any ornaments, any jewelries if you just have pure gold. So what do? We add copper to it. Then it becomes strong. We call this mixture as alloy. In English, in chemistry, the word used is alloy. Without this alloy, just by using gold, we cannot make ornaments. Steel, the steel glasses, the steel plates that we use, that is an alloy. Alloy of iron and carbon. So we know that there is a mixture like this. Now, the same concept here too. These Pancha Mahabhutas, when they are pure, Akasha is pure Akasha, Agni, each one is pure. We call this as a Sanmatra. By using this Sanmatras, a gross body cannot be created. Just like how we said, with the pure gold, you cannot make any ornaments. In the same way, with the pure Akasha, pure Agni or any of these Mahabhutas, when they are pure, we call them as Sanmatras. We cannot create a gross body or gross universe. For that, alloy is needed. Mixing is needed. What kind of mixing? How does it happen? The scientists have not proved, but our Upanishads, Vedas, talked about it so many years back. And one thing we must always remember, Sanatana Dharma is not against science. It is not at all against science. It admits science, and whatever it has declared, it is based on science. It is not simple declaration. So here, let us see how the mixing takes place. There is a procedure. I am going to explain that procedure now. Listen to this carefully. Even if you don't understand, don't worry much about it. It is only how the mixing takes place. That's all. Consider that pure Akasha. Akasha is represented with the middle finger, tallmost or the biggest finger. So I am using this Akasha. Akasha is divided into two halves. I am taking the example of Akasha. Same thing happens to all the other rest of the Mahabhutas also. Akasha is divided into two exact halves. Two halves are there. One half is kept here itself. And the other half once again is divided into four equal parts. One half is kept there itself, and the other half is divided into four equal parts. One part goes to Vayu, one part goes to Agni, one part goes to Jala, one part goes to Prithvi. I hope it is clear. As a Sanmatra, Akasha is pure. It is divided into two equal halves, exactly equal halves. One half is kept here itself, and the other half gets divided into four equal parts. One part goes to Vayu, one part goes to Agni, one goes to Jala, one goes to Prithvi. Similarly, now Vayu. Vayu is divided into two halves. One half is kept here and the other half gets divided into four equal parts. One part goes to Agni, one to Jala, one to Prithvi, one to Akasha. So like this, each and every Mahabhuta is divided into exact two halves. One half is kept by themselves and the other one is distributed to the rest of the Bhutas. I hope you are able to understand that. So now Akasha has got half Akasha, 1/8 of Vayu, 1/8 of Agni, 1/8 of Jala, 1/8 of Prithvi. In the same way, Vayu has got half Vayu, 1/8 of Agni, 1/8 of Jala, 1/8 of Prithvi, 1/8 of Akasha, and so on. This is called as Panchikarana. Now, Akasha is not pure. It is no more Sanmatra. Vayu is not pure, or any of these Pancha Mahabhutas. Now they are no more pure. They are not Sanmatra anymore. We call them as Tanmatra. Earlier Sanmatra, when they are pure Sanmatra. Now it is only the Tamoguna department, not about the Sattva department. They don't get divided there. Only Tamasa department gets divided like this. And the Panchikarana takes place. So each Bhuta has got half of its own and then 4 parts from the different other Mahabhutas. So we call this as Panchikarana. Just like how the gold is mixed with the copper if you want to have something strong. Otherwise gold is very soft. In the same way, pure Mahabhutas, we call them as Sanmatras, we cannot create. Not that we create. Cannot be created. Gross body cannot be created. Gross world cannot be created. So it is a mixture. So explanation is given about, lengthy explanation in Sanskrit is given about how the Panchikarana takes place. What I explained just now, that division, that is given here. Some 3-4 lines are given. Then once the Panchikarana, tada Panchikaranam bhavati, then etebhyaha Panchikrita Panchamaha Bhutebhyaha Sthoola Shariram bhavati. With the help of this kind of Panchikrita Panchamaha Bhuta, from these Panchamaha Bhutas, now the Sthoola Sharira is created. This is how the gross body comes into existence. From the Panchamaha Bhutas only, but for the creation of this gross body, Panchikarana has to take place. Panchikarana does not happen in a haphazard way. There is a beautiful system. It is considering only the Tamoguna department of Panchamahabhutas. Our gross body is created. With the help of the Sattvika department of all the Panchamahabhutas, Jnanendriyas are created. Then put together, Antakarana is created. From the Rajoguna department of Panchamahabhutas, Karmendriyas are created and Pancha Pranas are created. These two in subtle body. Whereas the third one, Tamoguna department, is responsible for our gross body that we see. We see beautiful, oh she is so beautiful, he is so handsome. How is that formed? Only by the Tamoguna department of Panchamahabhutas. Our chemistry talks about periodic table. 118 elements are there. Whereas our scriptures talk about only 5 elements. Basic 5 elements, that is why Pancha Mahabhutas. Just like how the body is created from this Tamoguna of the Pancha Mahabhutas, the world also comes into existence by the totality. So we should be able to connect individual with that totality. We call this as Pindanda. Individual level is Pindanda or Andanda. And cosmic level is Brahmanda. Whatever happens here, happens there too. Now we have got the knowledge that there are 14 lokas. Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha, Mahaha, Janaha, Tapaha, Satya. These are the 7 very good lokas. Then Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Rasatala, Mahatala, Patala. Below us. 7 more are below us, 6 are above us, including our own loka, Bhuloka. All together there are 14 lokas. We talk about Indra, so many devatas, etc. All those also are made up of only Pancha Mahabhutas. This must be made very clear to all of us. Any loka you go, whoever is there, they are all because of Pancha Mahabhutas only. There is nothing else. Take an animal, Pancha Mahabhutas. Myself, proud, we are proud of ourselves. We are human beings, very proud of ourselves. Yes, only Pancha Mahabhutas. Plant, Pancha Mahabhutas. Whatever you see here, only made up of Pancha Mahabhutas. There is nothing else. How much we fight with each other. You belong to that religion. I belong to this religion. You are belonging to that caste. I am belonging to this caste. What is all this? Are we all not made up of only these Pancha Mahabhutas? Then why so much of fighting? My religion is better than your religion. My God is better than your God. What is that God? So here the topics are Jivatma, then Jagat, then Paramatma. What is that? Paramatma, whom we call as God, Ishvara, etc. Are they same? Can we say Jivatma is equal to Paramatma? Aham Brahmasmi. I am Atma Brahma. So many Mahavakyas. These are all called as Mahavakyas. That means great lines. What is a Mahavakya? Wherever you say Jivatma is equal to Paramatma, if there is such an equation, we are going to see many such equations when we talk about, when we learn about different Upanishads. So wherever you see that equation, it may be in different ways. Such lines are called as Mahavakyas. So how can I say that Jivatma is equal to Paramatma? Is it true? So that discussion we will be taking up in the next session. I will give you just an introduction to that. Before that, we have seen that Sadhana Chatushtaya qualifications are needed for all of us. The qualification is Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadhi Shatka Sampat and Mumukshutva. Discriminating capacity. What is permanent? What is impermanent? Temporary. Can we go on analyzing? This is temporary. This is temporary. What is permanent in this world? We keep on chanting Asato Ma Sadgamaya. Take me from Asat to Sat. What is that Sat? We should keep on contemplating. I love this body so much. Worried about the diseases that I may get. Worried about so many things, fear. When we don't have the proper knowledge of who I am, who this world is, who this God is, then obviously this fear will be there with us. That is why knowledge is extremely important. It is not sufficient if we simply chant, if we simply sing bhajans, that is not sufficient. That is what our Upanishads say. Gain knowledge. These are all means. We are making use of all these to reach that. not to degrade this. Not that Karma Yoga is not needed. Karma Yoga is 100% needed. Upasana Yoga is 100% needed. We cannot simply, like a rocket, we can go there. No, not possible. Step by step, little, inch by inch, we have to move forward. To go to that level, we need all this. That is why Karma Yoga is extremely important for all of us. What does Karma Yoga do? Purifies. It purifies my mind. Unless my mind is free or pure, knowledge cannot dawn. So slowly we have to practice. Whatever I am doing, I offer it to you. We may forget. At least 10 times a day, some 10 activities I may remember. Oh, I am drinking. This is for you. I am sweeping. This is for you. Eating. This is for you. That is why pranaya swaha, panaya swaha. One of my nephews was asking me the question. In Western culture, they thank God. They have one prayer. Then they eat their food. Why don't we have? Who said we don't have? We don't follow. That's all. For us, our religion, we are Hindus. That's all. We are Sanatana Dharmis. We don't know anything about it. We don't know what to follow. We simply look at them, Western culture, and then they say that, see, they have this, we don't have. We definitely have this. But as parents, it's our duty to pass on this knowledge to the next generation. Offer it to God. Before taking that food, offer it to God. This is what we do as Naivedya. Naivedya is one-time affair. After puja, we offer Naivedya. Then we hog as we want. No problem if you want to hog. Yes, okay, allowed to hog. But every time, okay, this is Murku I am eating. Bhagavan, this is for you. Then it becomes prasada. So like this, every activity, let us try our best. Whenever possible. Oh, this is for you. You need not tell loudly in front of the others. Oh, Bhagavan, this is for you. Those kind of drama and show is not needed. Heart of hearts, it should be there. This is for you. So when we keep on doing this, mind becomes purer and purer. So says Bhagavan, Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. That is why Karma Yoga is introduced in the beginning. Then comes Bhakti Yoga or Upasana Yoga to focus our mind. It is not sufficient if you simply have purity. You should be able to focus on something. So that we get by the pujas that we do. So the pujas and all these that we are doing, what for? Two things. One is, mind should become pure, clean, clear. And the second one is, mind should become strong. So it is not that we should be attached to that puja. No, without this puja, in a way it is needed to a certain level. After that, we should check, am I able to have a strong mind? What is my mental strength? If anything happens, am I getting agitated? Am I depressed? Am I crying? This we should keep on analyzing for our own selves. So once this is done, slowly that mumukshutva. Till now I wanted all these, the saree, jewelry, watching cinema. Not that it is wrong, but slowly we move away from that or go beyond it. Watching a movie also is okay. Before watching a movie, Krishna Arpana. Offer it to Krishna before watching a movie. Not that we should not watch movies. Not that we should not buy ornaments or jewelries or saris. But here our scriptures are telling us, why are you praying? We are praying for my good health or good health of my children, my husband, my family, so blah blah blah. So many demands are there. Isn't it? Now slowly we should come out of it. And only moksha. Give me that knowledge. That should be the demand now. That should be the request. That should be the prayer now. So slowly when we come to this level, then whatever we hear about this Jivatma, Paramatma, etc., slowly it starts sinking in. Otherwise, Here, something I understood. And then we don't contemplate on that. So whatever we heard a week back, that is gone. Now again from zero, we have to start. That should not happen. So here, I'll just give a brief introduction to this concept over here about Jivatma, Paramatma, Aikya. Assume that I have kept 10 mud pots, earthen pots filled with water in a ground. Then, sun is shining there, midsummer, 12 o'clock, sun is shining there, and sun's reflection is visible in each and every pot. Just go and check, oh, every pot has got the reflection of sun. Sunlight is there on each and every pot. Sun's reflection also is there in each and every pot. Same concept here. Assume that we are 10 people here. That Brahma, who is that Chetana, he is there. This body, otherwise it is Achetana, insentient, now gets the reflection of that Brahma, just like the reflection of sun, reflection of Brahma on each and every body. That reflection, Pratibimba, reflection, is given the name Jivatma. The original light is Brahma. Reflection of that original Brahma in each and every one of us is given the name Jivatma. I can remove one pot from there. 9 more pots are there, 9 more reflections are there. This pot does not exist anymore. It is broken into pieces, it is gone. Is there reflection now? There are only 9 reflections now. This one reflection does not exist anymore, even though that sun exists. In the same way, when this body perishes, this body is destroyed. Where is the reflection now? Reflection also is gone. What about that original light? What about the original Chetana? That continues to exist everywhere, Sarvavyapi, and he is Sat, always existing, past, present, future. No difference at all. Okay? So if this body dies, Jivatma will not be there. That Brahma continues to exist in the same way. Whether this body exists or not, there is no change in that Brahma. Whether the pot exists or not, there is no difference in sun. He keeps on giving us light. Pot exists, reflection is there. Pot does not exist, reflection is not there. In the same way here, body exists, Jivatma is here. Body does not exist, that Jivatma gone. So this concept is being used. That is the sunlight. Sun is there, always shining. Not bothered about pots are there, pots are not there, how many pots are there. He is not going to sit and count. So, in this way, there are so many living beings, non-living beings. Everywhere there is reflection. I used to get a doubt. When somebody dies, we say that Atma is gone. Right? Then they say Atma is Sarvavyapi. So in the dead body also Atma is there. Then which Atma is gone? This has been my doubt for many days. What exactly is this Atma? I couldn't understand. So I am expecting that all of you also will have the same doubt. We say Atma is always existing. Atma is everywhere, existing everywhere, Sarvavyapi, omnipresent. Then how is that dead body doesn't have Atma? Dead body also, the original Atma continues to throw that Chetana, but reflection is not there. Reflection has gone out. So when this body, we say that die. These Pancha Mahabhutas, you observe now, just now we understood that body is made up of Pancha Mahabhutas. Where do you find these Pancha Mahabhutas in the body? First one is Akasha. Where is Akasha? In Akasha only this body is existing. If Akasha is not there, where will this body exist? That is one thing. And the second one is inside our stomach. Akasha is there, space is there. That is why we feel hungry. Then we fill our stomach. Up till here we eat. Then after a few hours, that is gone. Again the space is empty there. So Akasha is there outside the body, inside the body also. Then second one is Vayu. Where is Vayu? We take breath. We breathe. That is Akasha. That is Vayu. Without this Vayu, back off. We know. If we don't breathe, what happens? We know this. So Vayu is compulsorily needed. Agni. Where is this Agni? Agni is there within the body in the form of this temperature. You know, between 97 and 99 degree Fahrenheit is the normal temperature of the body. What happens if it goes beyond that? Fever. I have fever, 101 degrees. Beyond that fever, less than that, have you touched a dead body? Is there any warmth in the dead body? Cold. Why? Agni Tattva is not there. Then Jala, water. Where is water in the body? How much water we drink? See the beautiful system. We cannot find a better machine than our body in this world. When we have more water in the body, you feel like passing it off. You feel like urinating because that much water is extra in the body. You have to go to the washroom. If it is less, thirst. Summer, we keep on drinking water because we feel thirsty. What is that thirst? Lack of water in the body. Body needs water. Then Prithvi. Where is that Prithvi in the body? The whole body is Prithvi only. How do you say that? Anna rasena iva bhutva. We have studied Annamaya Kosha. How? It has come from the parents. The gross body has come from the parents. The sperm and egg are formed in the father and mother because of the food that they consumed. We were born, we were very small, tiny, puny. Now we are so tall, so fat. What is this? Food which has come from the earth, Prithvi. So we call this Sharera as Parthiva Sharera, which has come from this Prithvi, nothing but mud. There is no difference between a mud made of clay and this body. Nothing, no difference. This also has come from Prithvi, that also has come from mud. Prithvi only. So we see that all those Pancha Bhutas are there in our body. Now, this Jivatma leaves, just like how the reflection is not there when that pot is of no use. Reflection also goes up. Same way, this Jivatma, which is Pratibimba of that Paramatma or Brahma. Then how do we say these both are same? Then what is God here? That we will see in the very interesting session next week. So try not to miss the class. Om Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram 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 Jai Ram. Om श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम ॐ 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 असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु।